afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla, and this is my fellow Crone, Heather. And welcome to our channel today. Welcome to Facebook as well as YouTube. We appreciate everybody that's given us a watch. And today we're going to talk about Louise Hay, a mighty woman. But before we get to that, we're going to do Heather and her cards. We'll see what her cards have to say for us today. We hope you enjoyed our previous show. We had a show on the full moon, the pink moon, with Valerie Bradshaw from Illumination Portal. I hope you guys got a chance to watch that. And if not, please go back and give it a watch. Very good show. And let's see, today's Louise Hay, a mighty woman, Louise Hay. And then tomorrow we have White Dragon here, whose real name is Paul, and he's going to be here to talk about crystal skulls, which I think is going to be really interesting.
Well, we have as us that we're trying to keep things simple, but sometimes storms get in the way. You know, it could be everybody around us is uptight or something. But what we're trying to do is keep everything simple because we know that works much best. But sometimes events and vibrations and things, they get in the way of our trying to be it. Of course, at the same time, that can also give us a frequency shift in our souls that's keeping us from being simplified. And of course, all the voices around us can be very distracting. Again, but that's what we're trying to do, is to keep simplified. And if we just keep our integrity, it actually shows up pretty good. Everything that we're trying to create, I know it says right, but it is a creation. Anything that we're trying to create will stay simplified. We will overcome the storm that is there and get back to being simplified, which is what we want to do, because simplification makes things so much easier to work with. Okay, so just keep your integrity no matter what.
That sounds good. So all of you that are here that are new to our channel, Heather and I are just a couple of crones that have been sharing our spiritual experiences. So please don't judge. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. We love our lives and the extraordinary journey that we've been on, and we want to share our experiences and our troubles and problems as well as the good parts. We want to share those experiences with you in case it might help you with whatever you're going through.
It's nice when things happen to more than just you.
Well, you can validate those experiences,
yeah.
And that's the good part. So Thanks for being here, everyone, and being part of our journey. And I hope that we can all go through this journey together in love and compassion and cooperation, because that's what this world needs right now.
Yeah.
Welcome, Esther G. Thank you for being here today. It's lovely to see you. We're talking about Louise Hay, a pioneer of the metaphysical community. I'm sure many of you out there know who Louise Hay was.
And if you don't know who she is by name, you know of her effects and her sayings and things.
That's true. So let me put up a little picture of Louise. She was a spiritual teacher, healer, author, and founder of Hay House Publishing. She was considered a founder of the self-help movement. Oh boy, wasn't she? She was early. She came from a horrible, unstable, impoverished, and abusive childhood in LA. And she began her career in New York City as a model. She worked for Olu Cassini, Bill Blass, and many others during her modeling stint. She married an Englishman, a businessman, Andrew Hay, in 1954, and they were married for 14 years. Till he ran off with someone else, leaving her absolutely alone and devastated. I'm going to take this off. In 1970, she started attending meetings at the Church of Religious Science. I've never heard of that particular church. And soon began training in the ministerial program. It was here she got the life-altering opportunity to study New Thought, I've never heard of New Thought either. And had her epiphany about how she could heal herself with positive thought. Louise became a popular speaker and counselor, helping other people speak the truth she had discovered, which blossomed into a full-time career.
Mhm. She studied transcendental meditation with the Maharishi Mahesh. He was the yogi at Maharishi International University in Iowa. Over the years, Louise conducted extensive research affirming her beliefs that you could cure yourself of any illness simply by thinking positively and loving yourself. She compiled a reference guide detailing the mental causes of physical ailments and developed positive thought patterns for reversing the illness and creating health. Now, this reference guide became the basis for her book, Heal the Body, also known affectionately as the Little Blue Book, and it was first published in 1976. In the late 1970s, Louise was diagnosed with cervical cancer. And she believed that her distress over her past life had contributed to the disease. And so the only way to eliminate it would be to cleanse herself of it. So, alongside therapy and nutrition, extensive reflexology, colonic enemas, she cured herself with the power of forgiveness after refusing all medical treatment. The fact that she was actually successful in fighting it just reaffirms her belief about self-healing and sets her as a monumental example of her own work.
It was pretty amazing curing yourself of cancer. I just can't even imagine having that type of mental acuity, I guess.
Yeah.
Just being able to focus on that. In 1985, she extended her social work activities, establishing the Hay Foundation, which is still in existence. I love that. Louise Hay began leading support groups and creating AIDS awareness. She called the sessions and activities Hay Rides. She held the radical concept that we are the masters of our own destinies, that our thoughts create our world, not the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
Her contribution to these groups, Hay Rides, got worldwide acclaim and earned her an invitation on Oprah Winfrey's show, as well as the Phil Donahue show in 1998. And like Dolores Cannon, she couldn't find anybody to publish her books. So she said, screw that. And in 1987, she decided to start her own company. And what began as a small venture in her living room turned into Hay House Inc., which is now a multi-million-dollar publishing company that has sold millions of books and products worldwide and has offices in California, New York, London, Sydney, Johannesburg, and New Delhi. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. In the 1990s, it began with the release of Hay's book, Love Yourself, Heal Your Life Workbook. Now, focusing on self-love and positive thinking, that book covers a wide range of topics affecting people's daily lives, including health, sex, money, work, etc. And in 1991, she put out The Power is Within You. Heart Thoughts was in 1992. Loving Thoughts for Increasing Prosperity was in 1993. And in 1996, her next releases were Gratitude, A Way of Life, Life, Reflections on Your Journey, and Living Perfect Love, Empowering Rituals for Women. Hay House also hosted some of the world's biggest mind, body, spirit writers, including Doreen Virtue, Esther and Jerry Hicks, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Dr. Christine Northrup, Deepak Chopra, Susie Orman, Sylvia Brown, and more. Hay House carries oracle and tarot card decks, journals, calendars, books, and ebooks. And they have online courses and newsletters and writers' resources.
I just saw an ad on Facebook today for the Hay House. It was some kind of writer's seminar.
Yeah.
So she really liked to help new writers and actually has classes on how to write. So that it's pretty amazing what they have still. Louise Hay served as an example of one of those people who suffer throughout their lives until an epiphany moment when their life takes an upward spiral. She faced enormous struggles until she had a religious experience which led her to believe that she could heal her own self. Once she affirmed this belief by curing her cancer, she began helping other people cure themselves of physical illnesses using the same methodology which she applied to herself. Louise Hay really conceptualized the whole idea of observing each thought and what it does to your physical body, which I call the art of mindfulness. She's like the first person that talked about mindfulness. They just didn't call it mindfulness.
Mm-hmm.
And using affirmations. They said she was the queen of affirmations. And how many of us actually have affirmations on our mirrors in the bathroom and talk to ourselves in the bathroom about how wonderful we are today and we're blessed and whatever affirmation you happen to use.
And that came from her.
Yeah, she really started the affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
long before Oprah, Deepak Chopra and Wayne Dyer, Eckhart Tolle, and other household name mind, body, spirit leaders, there was Louise Hay, the doyen of personal development, paving the way for the wave of champions of spirituality and publishing many of their books. She was a trailblazer of the mind-body connection and not afraid to speak her truth in the world of skeptics.
I bet there were plenty of them in those days, in
the
the
80s
and 90s.
Right.
I hadn't even started my path yet in the 80s and 90s.
And she's already going full.
I didn't hear about her to the early 2000s.
I know that if I was looking for something like cards and I didn't know where to look, Hay House always had
Hay
them.
House, yes. I knew of Hay House and bought tons of cards and oracle decks and other people's books, but I don't think I ever read a Louise Hay book. Strange.
She was a pioneer who cured herself of cancer, found her way to the emerging science of metaphysics way before it was the done thing. And in her 40 plus years as a spiritual teacher and healer, she helped millions to change their lives. And her message was forgive, release the past, love yourself. And she died at the age of 90 in 2017. And they say of natural causes, so there was never any cancer back. The nonprofit Hay Foundation continues to encourage and financially support diverse organizations that supply food, shelter, counseling, hospice care, and money to those with AIDS, battered women, and other crises. Hay House continues Louise's legacy by publishing products and online learning courses that align with her message of self-improvement and self-love. So although she's not here, Hay House still is.
I know. Hay House continues with her legacy, as does the Hay Foundation. I think that is absolutely fantastic.
And she had so many quotes.
Let me find my quote
like
page.
For every thought we think, we're creating our future. Well, we've been saying that for a long, long time.
We create our own reality.
But it came from her. And things like, remember, you've been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens.
I like, if you accept a limiting belief, then it will become a truth for you.
Exactly.
You know, that's really important when you think, I'm overweight, I've always been overweight, I'm going to be overweight for the rest of my life. That's a limiting belief. You are setting yourself up for failure each and every time. So you got to really watch out for that.
And remember, the past has no power over us. It doesn't matter how long we have had a negative pattern. The point of power is in the present moment. What a wonderful thing to realize.
It really is.
We can begin to be free from this moment.
From this moment on.
Exactly.
When we create peace and harmony and balance in our minds, we find it in our lives. I love that.
There were just so many things. Yes.
What
and
else?
Every experience is a success because you've got through it. And forgiveness is for yourself because it frees you. It lets you out of the prison you put yourself in.
Very true.
Yeah.
I like that.
Doesn't make any difference to whoever you're forgiving. It's you that makes a difference.
That's
for.
exactly right. You need to forgive, not
Mm-hmm.
the person that you're forgiving.
So there are so many sayings that she had, and I can go along with her being the queen of mantras, affirmations. Yeah.
She definitely was.
Yes.
So, who out there has any comments or anything about Louise Hay, is familiar with her books? We'd love to know. And if you guys would like a card read, we're here to read cards for the rest of the show. So, anybody that would like a card,
And it may be a short show.
it may be very short.
Yes.
I'll put these affirmations in the description of the show today, so you can just see a few of her affirmations.
Yeah, because we didn't by any means read them all.
Libby Lou, you want a card read? I'm sure you do.
Okay.
Esther G, would you like a card read? Okay. Let's read one for Libby.
Treasure Island. And it's a picture of a turtle swimming, and it has a big treasure chest on its back with lots of money. So it kind of sounds to me like things are going to be looking up for you. And yeah, things are going to get better. Things are definitely going to get better for you.
What was the card?
Treasure Island.
Oh, lovely. That's a great card. Hi, G. Covington, Emmy J. It was a short one on Louise. Hey, you'll have to run back and watch it. It was just about 15 minutes. It's it was just a quick one. So we'll be reading cards for the rest of the hour.
So if you want a card, please let us know.
So next is Esther G. She would like, Emmy J.
Emmy J.
And I'm sure G. Covington would like a card. Happy Saturday to you, ladies. It's good to have you here today.
Observer. And that was for Emmy J. Basically, when it says that you are an observer, what it means is that when you see something happening, you want to make sure that you take a step back and look at it from a different angle. It may not be exactly how you thought it was to start with. When you start looking at it from different positions, you can see that there's more than one story. There's more than one way of telling the story, and you'll get a better picture of what it is that you're actually seeing. And then you can make decisions about what you saw. Okay? So make sure you step back. And that's one of the things I'm constantly told to do. You got to step back and look at it again, because it probably isn't like you thought it was.
Interesting. Okay, next is Esther.
Okay.
How's everybody's Saturday going? It is hot and humid in Key West today. I'm staying in the house.
This one is the moon. It says time for a nap. So what that's telling me is that you would do better if you took a little more care of you. Don't burn the candle on both ends. Okay? So take some time out for you. Okay? And actually there is a moon right here. It's kind of hard to see him, but there is a moon.
Oh, he's so cute. See if you can get it up there again.
You're laying on it.
You can see him a crescent moon.
And there's somebody laying on it right here. And the moon is going up. Because he has a face here too. There's the face, and he's coming around and somebody's sleeping on him. So lovely. It looks like a little more time off. Playtime for you. Okay?
Lovely. Okay.
Lee Reeves.
We've got Lee.
Okay.
Esther says self-love. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, we'll read on that when we get to G. Covington. You betcha.
I'll get a different deck for that. Unfinished symphony for Lee. You have some things you're doing, and there's some things that, or at least one, that you have put aside for later, and they're saying you might want to get that back out and finish that up. So there is that, like I said, there's something you need to pull back out because it's something that you will benefit from. Okay.
I hope that resonates, Lee.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
Who we have next?
Genevieve.
Genevieve. Okay.
She says, could you read on my current employer? The owner may be selling in May. Do you see that happening?
Okay.
I do.
I've got a different deck. Okay. Because it's more likely to answer your question. And this one is the Fairy Tarot.
Ooh, I love Fairy Tarot. That's a huge deck.
Well, tarot is bigger than most oracle decks.
Just big cards.
Yeah, they are. And we'll see what it says.
Lee says, I have no idea what that means. All righty. Maybe something will pop in today and let you know.
It talks about an emotional experience, and you need to stay grounded. So that kind of sounds like they're trying to get that in the works. Okay, does that make any sense for you? But just stay grounded throughout whatever is going on, because then you will come out of it okay. Okay?
Stay grounded.
Yeah. That will help you, and also be willing to step back and look at it from different points of view while you're staying grounded, and that will help you get through the whole whatever's going on. Because it may not happen, but if it doesn't happen, I mean, they're just in the talking phase, so there's a lot of things that can happen, yes and no type things. Sell or not to sell. So just stay grounded for the whole thing. Don't automatically assume what's being said is what it is. Look back, step back, take a look at the things, but stay grounded. Okay.
I'm going to add another affirmation up here. Oh, this is one we all need. Life brings me only good experiences. I am open to new and wonderful changes. I like that. You guys go check out louisehay.com and also the hayhouse.com. Hay House still has so much stuff to offer.
Yes.
I went on there last night to see what anybody else need cards. I mean, we are running through this show quick today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll let you pick one for the group.
Can we do a birthday card for Izzy real quick?
Yeah.
I think she would love a birthday card.
Let's see what she's got for a birthday card. Well, her card is showing a lady with scales on her. And although sometimes it's very difficult, especially when you're not seeing every side, make sure she sees every side, because she wants to be fair. And I think that is a goal that she has, is to be fair. And that's what they're saying. Just make sure that you look at things differently. Okay?
I got to see if this works.
What
Sorry
did you
about
do?
that. Nope, it shows you over there and not me. And we cannot get our names underneath ourselves. I guess that's it. But over here it shows afterwards. Ugh! I don't know how to do that. Oh, hi, Perrette. Welcome. Hi, Jan's Free. You guys want some cards? We really had a short show today, so we are reading. Okay, let me get Jan's Free. I know she loves the cards. Perrette
Jan's
loves a card. It's okay. We start right on time, Jansfrey. We're psycho that way. Unless there's technical difficulties, then who knows. But just watch the first 15 minutes of it when you rewatch it, Jansfrey. It went quick.
Yeah, we were talking about Louise Hay, and
She loves Louise Hay.
yeah. And this says soulmates. So you have a friend or a
Who are
friend
you
coming
reading
in?
for? I'm sorry.
Jansfrey.
Oh, okay.
So you said.
Sorry.
So don't be surprised if you see there's somebody you already know who's a soulmate. It's a really good friend. Okay.
Oh, fun.
So they're just saying that they're confirming it, but it's not necessarily a mate as in male female or female female, whatever it is.
Right.
It's just somebody who is a soulmate for you. But I know from experience, not all soulmates can live together, but they are soulmates and they love each other, just
Yeah, that's
not
true.
together.
Oh, she says it's her best friend, Emmy.
Cool.
Oh, M. That's wonderful.
That's wonderful. Yeah. They're just confirming you are.
Brilliant. Okay, next is Perrette.
Who?
Perrette.
Yes. Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, Trudy. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here today.
Buy the book. So, if there's something that you're interested in, there is a book out there about what you want. And they're saying don't hesitate. Buy the book, take a class if you want, but make sure that you get all your facts because that's what you need is all the information about it. It's funny. I mean, it's elephants across the desert, but it says buy the book.
Buy the book.
Yep. And
What does that have to do with elephants crossing the desert?
All I can think of is that particular one means do everything by the book. But I was getting to get information you need rather than do everything by the book.
Right.
But it may also mean that when you buy the book, then you will have the right order so you can do it. Quote, buy the book.
Huh.
Don't take everybody's word on how to do things. Okay.
Interesting.
Or something you're interested in. Okay.
How you doing, Trudy? It seems so weird to call you Trudy instead of Gertrude. We love you whatever you go by.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you today.
I don't see me ever being anything but Heather. Been that all my life.
Well, I'm sure Trudy's short for Gertrude to a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's anything short for my name.
H.
H.
That's what I call you when I'm texting people about you. H is doing this. I never type out Heather.
The stable leader used to call me Charlie. That was my horse. He didn't know my name, but he knew the horse.
That makes sense. I'm glad to hear it, Trudy. I know you still go with Gertrude. That's good.
It says come to the edge. So don't be afraid about taking things to the limit. It's okay. And you will be safe. And I have a feeling that has to do with your channeling. So don't be afraid to take it to the limit. Okay?
Can you see the card? She's dancing on the edge. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great card. That's beautiful. Okay, that is all I have for cards. If I missed anybody, please let me know. Otherwise, we're just going to pull a card for the collective and say goodbye.
And we'll let you have a short afternoon.
Oh, Jansfrey says, this is interesting.
What's this?
YouTube has some affirmations from Louise Hay that I play over and over again. Oh, that's neat.
That is cool.
And Trudy says that's very accurate. Brilliant. We love that. Tomorrow, you guys, White Dragon's going to be here, otherwise known as Paul. He's going to talk about the crystal skulls and kind of how they work. It's really, I think, going to be an interesting show. I don't know that much about crystal skulls. I wanted to do a crystal skull show, but it turns out there's so much negativity around them and how I don't know. I just decided I wasn't going to go there.
He does have experience, so
White
it's
Dragon
interesting.
has experience, and so I thought I'd let him talk about it because he's much more knowledgeable.
Ours is all book, where his is personal.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick one for everybody?
I would love to. Oh, I love that.
The card says peace, and it's really hard. Let me see if I can get to where you can see it, because there's so much green in it, it's hard to see it. But it's all pale green. There's a bird up here with holding a flower, a vine, and an egg with a face in it.
3 p.m. Eastern, MEJ. It's 3 p.m. pretty much all the time for our shows, Eastern.
So everybody just go find the peace that you need. It's been such a riotous
last couple of years.
Yeah, but especially right now, there's a lot of stuff going on, and you need to take the time to meditate and find your peace. And just be. Just be. Okay? And find your peace so that you can handle all this craziness that's going on.
And please, please, please stay away from the news. Just leave it alone. It just makes you crazy and puts you in fear. We don't need that. We are positive people. We know that we're ascending to 5th dimension. We know it's done. It's a done deal. We just have to bring the rest of the group along. So send out your love and light and be yourself. Speak your truth. Let your freak flag shine, fly.
And make sure that you send love to yourselves.
Yeah. Love to you. Love to everybody.
Right.
And have a great rest of your weekend. And hopefully we'll get to see you tomorrow with White Dragon.
Right.
And until then, have a great afternoon and love yourself a little. Bye-bye.
Peace.